buddy? What's your birthday?
I don't even know, man. You don't know? I can't think, man.
Okay, calm down.
But I ain't no problem or nothing.
No, nobody says you're a problem.
I don't know.
We want to get you the help, okay? What's your birthday? So we can get you checked into the hospital. You're not a problem. How old are you? We'll start there. 40?
Yeah. 40?
40 what? Just 40 or? You're too young to be 40, right?
Huh?
You're too young, right? Or are you a little bit older now?
That's right. It's 40. Yeah, I mean, you got my birthday.
No, I don't have it. I don't have your birthday. I don't have your birthday. I don't have your address.
You don't have an address too? So, nobody's gonna do nothing to me?
No, sir. We're going to take care of you, I promise, buddy.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? What happened?
Sometimes I am a daily and a dollar short, but I like to get all stories. So here they are.
So this claw hammer story, he also says. So Ernie Shell is saying that you hit Summer with the claw end of a hammer. No receipts on this.
Of course that dumbass would say some nutso shit like that. What is he, back on meth and back on YouTube? What a freaking moron.
Well, there was 1,000 people, and these people believe anything, so we have to debunk this stuff. So here's his source of information. The receipts on this is the outside of downstairs, where the boys in Summer's rooms meet, you know, the door downstairs. There was a blanket or something that was hung up, right? So Ernie Shell is trying to tell people on the internet that despite all the YouTubers stalking your residence, that the FBI, the federal agents in the sheriff there in Hawkins County, all the police that were around your house just randomly walked around your house and forgot to see, nobody happened to see this blanket that was drenched in blood with brain matter.
It was just a sheet that was covering the mattress. We set the mattress out. At that time, you know, the kids was sneaking sodas downstairs and they would get spilled on their bed and stuff, you know. I was throwing all that away. I just set it outside, you know. But you know what's interesting? It's always the meth heads that come up with all the conspiracy theories and stuff. It's always the meth heads.
Yeah.
Well, yes, she did say that. Hey, Ernie, the chat would like you to finish telling the story. What did Allie tell you about a hammer?
Well, here's the thing. It's one of those Columbo moments, and I would like to talk to Hunter, to just kind of collaborate with what he told her, because I've actually got him hook, line, and sinker. Once he says no, I didn't have it, I can actually probably play a little bit about what happened, and then he's going to have to admit one way or the other. But here's the thing: people are saying something about Andrew now, and that he came in or something like that. You know, it was also mentioned that he told that he told Andrew a little bit about stuff. So I was like, I don't know who all he told or what the deal was, but I do know he told Allie something, because Allie told me about a year ago. I got to hear this about a year ago. Before all this stuff started happening. So, but it was unraveling. It was already starting to unravel, and I knew, if I go, it's back when Hunter was first starting getting mentioned about. Well, it's been a couple years now, but after a while, everybody was watching. You remember when other creators would go and they would go over to the park and they would try to find out anything and everything. They'd wait for people to come out. You remember that, right?
Right.
So they could try to talk to them. Well, yes. During that time, I got to contact Allie, and like I said, we only talked. It was brief. It was 10 or maybe 10, 12 minutes, and during that time, she stated Hunter had said something that, it just goes different. Do you remember when he got real? You remember when he was real tore up and everything, Hunter?
Yeah, yes. He told, okay, there was a story that he told.
Here we go. This is how misinformation gets started.
The girlfriend, what had happened, and the girlfriend told the mother.
And the mother went and contacted Allie about it, and it was just something that Hunter had told, and it went around, that then it got to, and then the mother of the girlfriend, whatever, had went and told Allie, and they got in an argument or something. That was the story that was going around too. But it was also supposed to have been posted up on Facebook that Summer had drowned it, and then Nana's Angels came out with an email that somebody had sent her when Candace kicked this
Absolutely. You know,
So here's the story. So here's the story, like Allie says. It's it was in the water. That did happen. Summer went up under the water or something like that, slipped and hit her head. But she said that they had said that there was a place in the back of her head, and she was bleeding, but she was addled when she come out. And then she when she got out of the water, she was really addled. So Candace grabbed her, and she got on her phone. She called Dawn and put her in the vehicle real fast. And I've got to get her to Dawn. Hunter said that they came back, and Dawn had Summer, and Dawn took Summer out around. But he had his tool belt. He had his belt part on. He had his hammer in his thing there, and that's where the hammer thing came in. Because the hammer wouldn't even, I never heard anything about the hammer until I started looking into it. Well, I heard a lot of people saying about it, but when Allie named it, I was like, "Well, hell, wait a minute." But then you hear in the interview, Don says they had to get rid of the evidence.
They might have killed her. They might have molested her. They might have raped her. They might have killed her. They might have hit her in the head with a fucking hammer for all I fucking know.
And then they killed her. So I mean, if you listen to that, and you talk about everybody's talking about the hammer, but that is the reason that Hunter was all shook up. Now I heard that's the reason Hunter was all shook up because Don beat her brains out with the hammer. That's what Allie had said and before. And then Hunter had said, and Hunter was all tore out of hell about it because Candace was trying to keep him, stable and everything about what was happening. And Candace covered it all up. But he said Don was there. So and that's why I wanted Hunter. That's why I wanted to speak to Hunter because I've got him in a gotcha moment there. When he says no, and then he starts stuttering, then I can hit him with another opening question about something else, and then it leads on into more what she even said. But during this time we had open portals and all this to the TBI. Everything was turned in. Like Predator Hunter Nation had an open portal to the TBI. We talked to him on a regular about this.
Allie told you that. Allie told you that
there was a hammer that was used. That's what she said.
Did she? And she said that Summer had a gash in her head.
She had a gash in her head.
From the swimming hole?
She was
when did Allie tell you this? Did you record it?
It's been about a year and something ago.
She was on your panel talking to you?
No. We talked otherwise.
So you
talked. Panel. It wasn't nothing public. Nothing public. I didn't.
So you talked to Allie. Mm-hmm. You talked to Allie behind the Do you have proof that Allie said this? Do you have?
I turned everything. I put it this way. I turned everything in. I would have never brought it out if like into the public until. Let me tie it together real fast for you because I've got a lot of things. I've got to get to the doctor in New York City. I've got a lot of driving to do. I've got about 9.5 hours of driving. But listen, Let me just say this to the people. She was hurt in the swimming pool, or not swimming pool, but the swimming hole. Okay, she had got hurt. They rushed her home. She was knocked in the head. The pillow was placed on her head, and she was suffocated. That's why in one of the interviews, Candace missed about the suffocation. She said, "I'm suffocated." Remember?
Yep.
That's why Benny Keys had to have the pillow and the shoe and all that stuff that he took with him. Now, here's the thing. It was on the mattress. It was actually, the mattress was used, and they need to find whatever happened with the mattress. I think it was all thrown out afterwards and all that. That's the whole thing about it. If you listen, Don is the one that comes through the back door. When he says on the interview, he paints a picture. He says, whatever predator come through that back door. Well, I thought Summer just wandered off. So that killed that theory. When Don told me they had to come up with a timeline, and they had 8 different timelines that they had come up with. Listen, you don't just come up with a timeline. You remember exactly what happened. Hey, whoa. You are not allowed just to come up with a timeline. You can't do that.
Right.
They had all this time to come up with that. The thing about it is, Don thought he was going to get blamed for her head injury, that she'd hurt herself in the water. He knew CPS was coming the next day, and he had to make a rational decision, and he did. That's the fact.
Okay,
that's the fact.
It can't be both she was smothered and both the hammer. Because we know Candace has spun a lot of stories.
No, she was hitting the head with a hammer, and then when she was, the scream that they heard, the faint scream, he put the pillow over her head and he smothered her. That's it. That's what she said. That's Candace's exact words to me. And that makes perfect sense.
Hey, Candace.
Hey.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just want to know how that motherfucker can sit there and say that Donnie hit Summer in the head with a hammer. I'm really going to fuck off on Ernie. He don't even freaking know it right now. Like, I don't even give a two shits.
I mean, that's her daughter, and they've just, everything
He's not going to sit there and lie and say that we did all this shit to Summer. I'm going to mess that motherfucker up, and he just don't even know it.
Listen,
we'll help you find him.
Yes, we're looking now. If something like that would have happened, there would be DNA and fragments and blood
Splatter, brain splatter.
Yeah, there's no way y'all could clean that up good enough to get away with that. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, and things had just started to die down a little bit, and they was just starting to get bad.
Donnie did something with our daughter. I'll be the first one to mess you up if you say I did something to my daughter.
Candace, the only person that is saying that is Brooks and Ernie.
Yeah, fucking stern dog.
Stern dog.
Stern dog.
Wait a minute, she's talking to you. Go ahead, Candace. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So wait a minute. I gotta confront you about something. So you want to sit there and say that my husband hit my daughter in the head with a hammer?
Continue on.
Hello.
Yes or no?
Hello?
Yes or no, Ernie?
Again,
Yes or
there you
no?
go again. How about you take your ass off this panel, Daisy, and let me talk to Candace like you said, or I
Answer
can
her
drop.
questions, Ernie.
No, because people are seeing your true colors. People are seeing your true colors right now.
Okay, go ahead, Ernie. Go ahead.
Just take yourself off there. You don't need to be seen for this. Go ahead, Candace. Continue on. Your husband did what now? What?
So I hear that you said that my husband had hit my daughter in the head with a claw hammer.
Okay, continue.
Did you really say that?
Well, continue on. What about the mattress?
You're deflecting, Ernie.
Again, I'm gone.
Yes or no?
Daisy, I'm not deflecting shit. It's part of the fucking process of it. How about you keep your ass out of it? See your ass out of here. Let me fucking finish.
Go ahead and finish.
You've said that 3 fucking times, okay? Take your ass off the panel. Nobody needs to see a fucking cow up here that goes moo and rings a bell. I'm talking to Candace, not you, fake ass Christian.
Oh, you about to get it, boy.
Yeah, fake ass Christian is all you are, and your church needs to know about your dealings. Go ahead, Candace. Go ahead, continue.
You're not going to treat Miss Daisy like that for one.
Why not, Candace? What are you going to do? You going to tell me about the story? Keep going.
Oh, really, bitch?
What has Miss Daisy ever done for you, Candace, huh? What'd she do for you?
Really?
What'd she do for you? I don't know. I don't watch your shit. I'm backing up. How far do I need to back up? What'd she do for you?
You got to back up a whole lot because that's my friend right there.
Okay, that's your friend, but what else she do for you?
She's done all kinds of shit for me.
It ain't none of your damn business, Ernie. It ain't none
Nah, that's a deleted live, ain't it? Ain't gonna put that up.
I won't you answer the question.
What else? How about you shut your mouth and let me finish?
You shut your mouth and quit
Because everybody sees you. There's 1,000 people. There's 1,000 people right now that's not even on your stupid freaking show that's seeing your true colors. And I hope they go to your church and they go to your preacher and they say, look at this hypocrite. Look at this hypocrite right here. This man.
I can't talk to you no more.
I know you can't talk to me no more. Evil. You're evil. You're an accessory. You know about. Yeah. There you go.
The truth. This puppet show stays on because of you.